Blemba chicken shaman, aka Big Wara. Yo, wa fisha. Yo, hey, season wa fisha. Damn it.
Lechachi. La fisha.
Yo.
Who's wrong? It's like that outside.
No, it's too crazy.
It's like that outside.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's Big Fred, aka Young Paco, because I keep the pod game jumping. Come on.
Yo, nice one. Very nice one.
Paco. Load shitty.
Oh.
Hey, that's that slang.
Who do we have coming?
Oh man, my favorite duo, local duo, is going crazy. Kidi motherfucker kaje namhlanje. Baya baba namhlanje.
Yo, but still, I'm gonna quote y'all. Enyashiselo man.
Enyashiselo.
That's my joy, yo.
They don't have an excuse today.
Hey man, Stino.
Hey, that remember fit.
20.
Yes, sir.
It's been a long time coming, man.
Yeah, I'm honored, bro.
Oh, man.
Kikenika songs like that, Big Fred, Kitso, Big Emiko Lemon, I'm starstruck, Bikinya. Bikinya. What's up, big homies? That is Stino le Thwenny.
Hey.
Sobering.
Hey.
We so sober, it's not even funny. But I told you about him fun. But this is short on you.
How you guys feeling though?
Hey man,
Otherwise,
Rishab, you know, it's just been a whole, almost a year of just a learning curve, man. You know, the experience in just getting into the space, knowing people, knowing how far the Stino le Thwenny thing can go. Don't you think Stino le Thwenny is like Sean John? So it's a brand name.
Yeah.
Like Dior.
Blue Magic.
That's what I found out definitely this year. So that's how I'm feeling, man.
Like
beautiful.
I'm
feeling like that. Like, yo, I actually get to something that's valuable.
Yeah.
I'm feeling valuable. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, sir.
There's value in your name now.
Yeah. I'm feeling valuable.
Oh, come on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Otherwise?
Easy, man. I just want to take it back for what Thomas Altsebeng saw. Like, you know, a lot of us know Stino le Thwenny. Especially in the rap game, we assume the Val.
Yeah.
But you niggas are not from there.
Yeah.
Didn't say le guy.
Bloem. You know, Bloemfontein. You know, but Benzere Free State to make it seem like, you know, but it's a Bloem, my dog. And
I didn't say that.
Blind.
That's all niggas know about Makufi.
Yeah, because everybody has the time of their lives there.
Not for real, man.
I gotta bring back my Makufi, dog. I heard as musicians, but
really,
yeah,
I don't know if it's temporarily but they have to bring back my Makufi.
Yeah, this year was a bit quiet. Last year,
we need Tippy hip hop night. It's called Tippy night. That's actually where you discover new talents in the Free State, you know.
I like that you just mentioned Tippy night. I think can you just break down what Tippy is for those that don't know?
Oh, actually, Tippy is a Free State event. It was Tippy, and then they incorporated it into Makufi. So now, obviously, Makufi, they have R&B nights, they have gospel nights, and they have a hip-hop night called Tippy nights.
So when we were told of Tippy, I think it was like a genre of
genre of rap.
Oh, no, I'm just talking about the event now.
Yeah.
Right now, Tippy is they kind of say it's a Sotho rap type thing. It's from Lesotho, it's from Bethlehem, where we speak like that strong Sotho. But because we don't do Tippy, I just want to get that out the way. It's not that guy... you know.
No.
Like we don't do tippy music. Like we do strictly hip hop. It's just that we was Sotho, you know. And Sarona has it deep, like Sotho rap, deep like Bedlam rap. Now and then, you know.
So typically man, Kibo Mrenal Raba, Commander Ops.
Yes,
Commander Ops,
those are the OGs.
Man,
Those are
baby now.
Jacob, you know, Ntate Stana, you know, Malume Vector. You understand that? Like we you trying the accent. It has a little accent jate. Wabon. Ona bua Sotho se wa Sotho ke se jwang. Wabon.
ke sa Bloem se kentse makhalate makgowa matswana basotho mazulu
That's why boom machtag.
so we actually speak like that.
Do you know what the craziest thing for me about Bloem? I always thought Kisotho fella, but when I learned Swana is quite prevalent.
Yes,
Actually, it's more Tswana than
That's what
Sotho.
somebody said to me.
I remember we had this conversation.
Bloem is more into more Tswana than.
But just like everywhere, man, there's, you know, parts of the city where udula makhalati, parts of the city where kama crossing kama, you know, kiba Sotho nkada, you know, like re kopane kaofela. That's why we don't have like a solid language jwalo ka Lesotho, you feel me? Sotho ke Sotho like that.
It's a culmination of many things. So people come from different places.
So I was talking about tapage. They should bring it back because there's a lot of talented guys out there, man. In the Free State. Shout out Jacob, just like Thwenny said. You know, shout out homies. They putting in work, and that's where we'd spot a new talent, you know.
Nice.
So yeah, man. So it created opportunities for the hungry and the young, you know, artists out there, and they should bring it back for them, man. So we can. It's about Stino le Thwenny fella mujobeke, you know. I need my Free State cast to come run this with me back home too. So,
No. But you guys have been homies for a while, ne?
Yeah.
Like you guys go way back, but must get that type vibe, yeah?
Stino le Thwenny is approaching 10 years now.
bro.
Damn, it's beautiful.
And King, I think if we were friends in school,
100 billion in the off the camera.
Billion.
So where did you guys meet, Vel?
I met the hero at his EP launch. Yeah, I'm the author EP, Stino the Hero.
Stino the Hero.
Check me out on Instagram. Everywhere.
You know, I was actually coming. I was from Joburg. Nekena Skela, he Boston Media House there at Benmore. Yes. So like I almost gave out information today. But then now I'm back home in Bloem. You know, and we were literally with my brothers just looking for something that was exciting, because at the time I just felt like everything was just mediocre, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my boy put me on to Stino. I was listening to Stino. He had some song, The Vibe, man. It was the craziest song I've ever had. There's no chorus whatsoever. That's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the vibe, ne?
It's the vibe.
It's the fucking another rise. No, it's the vibe.
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe.
Insane as well.
Yo, so cool, man. I met homie. I'm like, you know what? Homie's dropping his EP all alone. You know, that was never done. Like, I never heard of people do that in my city, you know? So I was like, I have to go check this out, because everyone was hyped. I mean, you know, when you're from Joburg and you come back home and your boys ain't telling you that your music is hot. They telling you that another man's music is hot. Like, I had to meet this man. You know what I'm saying? So, kaya da Inanda Lounge. That's where he had it at. I went in, saw the people were there. He wasn't there yet. There were people there. I'm talking about the place was pickety packed, bro. It was packed.
Big
like, so I'm like, hey, I felt a little bit like, yo, Ntwana, hey, wait a king, he fanning out to this guy. You know what? Let's just relax. As I'm walking out, my boy is coming in. I meet my boy, yo, the hero. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And trying to respond in fit. I'd love to stay for your show, and I really wanted to. You know, but I had something else to do. So I stayed just a little bit, like probably one song in, then I left, because my mind was like, I was mind blown. I didn't know that day that we were going to be like friends forever.
So this is what, 2013?
Yes. 2012, 2013, 2014.
Yeah, 2013, 2014.
2013, 2014, man.
Hey, so I go home now. I'm telling the homies like, yo,
I just seen it.
I like, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I met the hero. And then
man.
a couple of days later, we made a jam and the rest is history.
People wanted some more.
Yeah.
You know?
Just like that.
Just like that.
So you made the song, and then where does the idea, let's be a Jew, where does that come in?
Because we used to get booked at the same events. Wabon. Shout out.
Shout out.
You know, we used to get booked at the same events, and he used to, it's either I start before him or he starts before me, you know. And actually, the people and the promoters gave us that idea. Like, I go by the name of Stino, the hero goes by the name of 2020, you know. And every time they would write us on posters, it would be Stino and Thwenny or Stino le Thwenny. People used to see us perform the couple of jams that we had recorded together. Yeah. They used to love that. Like, they used to love that and appreciate that more than us individually, you know. And, you know, as we were performing and we saw how people actually reacted to us being on stage together and making music together, we were like, yo, bro, you know, already. Let's just extend the, you know, the songs, and let's just try an EP out or a mixtape, or, you know. And then we released a mixtape called Bakai, Stino le Thwenny Bakai. Like, where are these guys? You know what I mean? And how people loved that back at home. We had solid CDs of hard copies, like the discs. I think we had like probably 500 of them.
We had 1,000 of them.
We used to do it like the gospel singers in the booth.
Yeah.
They sold out.
That's not easy, though.
Yeah,
You know, with the Avon lady.
It's not.
Moving shit out the booth. The Avon lady. Moving shit out the booth.
You know, but obviously that time we weren't as strong as we are on the media like now, you know. I feel like now live music and everything has changed to an iPhone or your phone. You know,
streaming platforms.
You know what I mean? Back then we used to, you know, count on our work, like count on the, you know, what type of hustle are we on today? Are we downtown? Are we Mimosa at the mall? Where are we? Where are we taking out these CDs, you know? And I guess the love, you know, turned it to a real thing. Like, yo, Stino le Thwenny can actually, you know, compete in the big league, you know.
Nice.
And you know, ever since then, you know, we've been getting booked, you know, like the important events now. Like, I remember we were kind of like among RIP Dimples. What's the show? Pop Bottles. You know, we were like, okay, this is serious now. Like, people are actually taking Stino le Thwenny serious.
Keep Pop Bottles safe in Yamakoufe around Joburg.
Yes, it was Yamakoufe. Oh, okay. He was there. It was crazy. And
it was insane.
Which means people knew that you guys ran Bloemfontein.
I think after that day, because there were a lot of, you know, celebrities out there.
It was the AK in Altena.
AKA is there, Casper is there,
RIP.
Big homies are there, you know. So yeah, man. I think we got our check after that night.
So after that night, now this is where you're like, okay, cool. You know, like for real, like we have to infiltrate. And then how was that infiltration plan executed? How did you go about getting to Masaita Josie now?
Hey, you know, our manager Tony T, gotta shout him out. Shout out
Tony T.
Hey yo,
he had some crazy ideas, you know. He had some crazy ideas. Like, all right, boys, listen, man. I've been looking at how we expand this thing, you know, and I feel like because Saliente, all the radio stations that are in Free State, the community ones and whatnot, let's go to the community radio stations in Joburg. Let's do a YFM, let's do a VOW FM, let's do Alexandra, let's do a Boston, let's try get into those spaces, you know. And our challenge at the time was like, but you know, man with the plan, Tony T, we drove up and down, man, Bloem to Joburg like it's nothing, like it's around the corner, you know. And the nice thing was everywhere we went, like the reception was dope. Like, yo, you guys, nice to meet you. Your music is so fantastic. No, guys, keep pushing. And then immediately after when you leave there, we get another call. Yo, do you guys want to do this? You guys want to do that? And then that's how we slowly came into Joburg via the community radio station. So and
it's a move that we had to make, man. You know, like just like Thwenny said, after doing this, you know, you have an opportunity to do something else, you know. And we have to go back home, you know, we can't do this tomorrow, we can't meet up with Fred Kausani, you know, we can't do that, you know. So we had to make a bold and, you know, we had to have kahunas, you know, we had to move. And it was a long time coming, man. Like we had to make the change. And we've done, I like to believe we've done everything in the Free State and in Bloem. We just had to and come see new things, you know. So yeah, that's what we were on, man.
At that time when you guys are coming to Joburg and whatnot, out of the big names, who's like, I don't want to say more welcoming, but who's like showing interest, who's like extending their hand to you guys? Because you're like, you know what, Arieng.
There's a lot of guys, man, you know, like people have been showing us love even before the move. You know, I remember when we did Buile, shout out Kulichan, I'm gonna talk about him now. I remember when we did Buile, he drove, you know, to Bloem, and, you know, like the love in general, like the respect, like, oh, did you drive all the
way down here for us?
For us, you know what I mean? And that's one of the OGs that's, you know, that's been helping us a lot, you know. We were chilling with
PH2,
the PH, Makwa, you feel me?
You know,
the homies,
even, and we still yet to make a song with the King, Alakai, man. You know,
Caesar.
Caesar. We got like great. Because I like him.
Reason.
Yeah, you know, he's stamp is high for me.
Stamp of approval.
I mean, dog, he's dope. He's dope. He writes dope stuff all the time. Le Nanje in general, you know. So I was like, yo,
good guy.
Getting that stamp of approval to say, yo, like I hear you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys are audible like that. You guys are, you know, so people like that, you know, PH. You know,
Stino too, you know.
Stino,
you know, two dope peoples, man. Dope peoples.
Yeah.
And even now, we still have opportunities to work with those type of guys, you know. We just have to get in studio and get back to work.
But you guys, like, do you guys sound like seasoned? If that's the right word, like seasoned. You know, you sound like you know what you're doing. Like even when you guys are performing, like the chemistry that you guys have, it doesn't seem like, it seems rehearsed, but like it seems like
I mean, they did say 10 years.
But like it's like you don't get that a lot these days because of the streaming ways. Like you need people when they're still in their exercise form.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think it's kind of to our advantage, you know. I don't want to blow my own horn or anything, but I think it looks nice. It looks okay. It looks right like that, you know? I mean, we're showing and we're proving that we've been doing this. It's not a now thing. You know, like
not taking a chance.
We've been on it.
Also, there's just something, personally, me, like I like old school rap, so I miss the group dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like I miss like the Mobb Deep vibe,
Method Man and Redman.
That's the perfect example. That's the perfect example. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny how when you say that, because there was a video that was trending earlier when they were doing a whole routine on stage. When they were rapping, you know, so stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Stuff that you guys have, like where you see two people on stage and the chemistry is undeniable. Nobody's saying I'm gonna go to that flank and you're gonna go that way.
It's just natural. It's just natural. Like when we were watching them at like, the Spotify joint, when Matera Bochi, remember, like we had even like the homies that were upstairs with us. They're like, who are these guys? You know what I mean?
We appreciate that, bro. Like we really appreciate that, and we kind of like explaining our sound and what we do just like that, like making you know, remember the old days, but in a new way. You know? Like this song in Huputsa, like 2004 or something. something, Sunday.
Sometimes just even a feeling.
You know,
you can't even point it.
Like I was playing it in the car. My girl was saying like it reminds her of Murafi. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what she means when she says that. It's not that you sound like Murafi, but that feeling.
It's not a sound like, and even that sound, you know, it does have that nostalgic futurism or nostalgic, you know, presence as well, because, you know, you've got the old school bounce with like the new slang, with the old school slang, but then with the new, like you got the lock drum as well, but with the Kwaito bounce as well. You know what I mean? And then the references, I don't know if the references is like purposeful reference. I mean, like, oh, yeah, she said about it. There's like a bricks.
Was
that the reference?
But even the ha is a very quite a ha. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? We cut from that cloth. We can't run away from that. Like we fell in love with the music and we decided to make music because of those kind of sounds. So what would we be if we don't incorporate that into our new music or what we do right now? You feel me? That's what we know. That's what we practice. That's what we fell in love with. We want to do it again. We want to bring back that feeling. I want to make you feel like you miss home and your mom cooking rice and your cousins is there. I want that feeling.
Stupid.
I want that feeling and just feeling, man. I think those are classics. Those are classical songs, and that's what we're trying to do.
And I'm sorry, just to add, Fela, on why it's those songs. It's like they're in your DNA, bro. It's like there's no way if you're South African, you're not gonna catch this, you're not gonna like this, because in that era, everybody was on something. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Like your parents were starting their life now, and you know the music was already playing. It's there somewhere in your head, and when you heard it, you knew this is gonna be a hit. You know, this has been, you know. So we just trying to, in your DNA, just scratch that in your D. You don't know
just
where
pulling
you
a
got
string that you don't know where it comes from.
It comes, but
it strikes a chord.
When he's animated, the shit that he does in the videos, he does that in real life. I'm like, I'm a motherfucker.
But I just want to, while we're still here, all nostalgic and stuff, I just want to pull it back a bit and get to find out, how did you guys not like know of each other instantly? Because you heard about him because he had a mixtape. In Bloemfontein, how far did you guys go? I mean, not apart, but how far were your hoods?
Okay. Hey, what's it? All right, let me explain it like this. And I sing Hampi.
Shout out to all my Tiba people.
Yeah, you know. I was in another school. I was in CBC, Christian Brothers College, Catholic boy. Pow. Anyway, he was in a Brebna, another school. Hey,
Matnas is very
Anglican.
They know us.
You know, and I don't want to say they were like rival schools or anything like that, but it was
competitive.
Yeah, you know, and at the time when I was in high school, like I used to be the man, homie, in high school, you know. So I didn't have time to make friends, like to get to know. No. I didn't have time to make friends. I was like, I'm the guy to make friends with, you know, like we already a crew of niggas that are just friends already. We didn't need more people. There wasn't a need for me to know other people at that particular time. On that
Drake tip, no new friends, no new friends.
At that time, you know, but there were other homies, you know, like at that time there was Southside boys, Southside Jukes, you know, there was NSBs, there were homies, dog. There was the fraternity.
Yeah, man, Free State, it's like a hip hop alive and well.
Yeah, at that time. The fraternity.
You remember the fraternity?
I remember the fraternity. You remember we used to get confused for the fraternity.
We used to get,
yeah. Shout out to the fraternity.
The fraternity, dog. They were big homies, you know, we're still in high school that time. So we also trying to be friends with them.
Yeah.
Because now they are here.
Because they were nationwide on.
You get me?
Yeah.
That's where I was, you know, so at that time, it's that time. So later on, after high school, I mean, we grow, things change, you know more in high school, you know more at school. We're not all doing music, you know, everybody's doing different things, you know. Then it just, now here's this new homie. You know, that's how it came about. It wasn't even, I feel like if maybe we were doing music, by now.
Yeah, and we were
53 billion in fact, you know.
Like how Buaka TF so I hope it's about too nice but big size, you know. Like there are a lot of people who used to, like still now, but back in the day there was competition. Like there was both Too Nice, the fraternity, there was Nay, Big Nay, shout out
Big
Nature,
Prime
Easy, you know. We actually were a lot.
You can tell by the names.
Too Nice. Too Nice is quite big.
And those are the people that actually made us, you know. Like, yo, guys.
Too Nice in
Superstar.
Superstar. Like, I couldn't believe Too Nice.
Just like you
I always say that. The first time I heard Too Nice speak English, I mean, Sotu, I couldn't believe it, bro. I don't want to say I was disappointed, but like in this like bro,
like you too much of a Lil Wayne to be talking. You too much of a superstar.
Don't ever do that in public, baby boy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like inspirational stuff like that. Like it was very, very inspiring seeing that at that time.
But now when you also like La Copa Nache, you know, and then you mentioned a very important component of this brand when you mentioned Tony, you know?
Yeah.
So how does Tony come into the fold and how do you also entrust him with the brand and to bring you to, you know, the Joburg years?
We had a manager before, shout out to him, big homie Swag.
Shout out Big homie, I see you too.
You know,
Swagoo.
He, as a manager, learning at that particular time, he had reached his threshold, you know, as far as he can take us in the Free State, as far as the stuff that he can come up with for us to do, as far as the things that we wanted to do, you know, like we were done, like we did everything and we just couldn't break out into other places. That's where Tony came in. Is like, listen, I got something in Joburg. I feel like if we do this and this in Joburg, then we'll take it to the next level. You know, that's when Tony came in and we switched managers from there. And it wasn't anything bad or beefy. It was, you know, that's why I'm saying shout out to Swag, because he took it in like, you know what? You boys really need to work with somebody that can put you in new spaces. You know what I'm saying?
Very mature.
So that's where Tony T came in.
That's a real one. Yeah. That's a real one.
And Tony T is actually on the same page as us, you know? Like, he's taking it serious like us, you know? It's not about a few connections or, you know, he knows what. Like, he's actually in it like us, you know? And he understands the brand perfectly, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like us doing his job, you feel me? But he just knows how to do it well. Like, you guys just get in the studio, you guys focus on the music, you guys focus on the, you know, artistry. I know what you guys need. And it's very important to have Mutozwalo. He doesn't have a view of his own kappa, his own goal, or no, his goals are our goals.
Yeah, beautiful.
So he's very, very important. Tony T.
Shout out Tony T. And then, like, what do you think was like the turning point in terms of what tipped the scale to making like Stino le Thwenny somewhat of a mainstream, you know, brand and group?
2 songs. You know, I want to say Gijima because we have a song called Gijima, Run. You know, very big song in the Free State. You know, so much so that everybody in the Free State believed that that song would be big everywhere else. And that wasn't the case, Wabon. Then we did Mshiman, the freestyle. We took out a snippet of Mshiman in the freestyle. The way the freestyle moved, you know, like the comments weren't from, most of the comments weren't from Free State or like Joburg cats asking, yo,
who's this?
You know, Cape Town cats, Pretoria cats, you know, yo, what's this? What's this? What's this? And this is like late 2019. Ne? Yeah, somewhere there.
What? Mshiman. Yes, 2019, 2018.
Yeah, 2018, somewhere there. And when we did the song, and then we started performing the song, like, I'm talking about everywhere, bro. Like, if you didn't know us, Kolimpopo, and you hearing this song for the first time, you would be vibing with us like we've been performing here for like 10 years, you know? And then 2020 was the time to release the song, and the song came out then, obviously, the lockdown. you know, and it was the whole pandemic. We're in the house. We didn't get a chance to actually tour with the song. Then you start getting calls from Tony T telling us that he spoke to Atulu, which is KO's manager. KO wants to jump on the song. You know, yo, Cooley wants to jump on the song. Yo, Ricky, R.I.P. wants to jump on the song. Damn. And then this is like, what is going on type of moments. I even got goosebumps now. Like,
just talking about it.
Like,
I see it.
Yo, proper, like you see it.
Bro, I couldn't believe it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just thinking about it now, like, yo, okay. So I think that was when things did that, because then the next year it was the remix with the video with Cooley on, you know, and everybody's on Shimani. I mean, it's everywhere now, and it was literally a freestyle. And that's how we actually found out that, okay, people like us when we are just a little bit more simple, you know, like we're just keeping it nice and simple and direct, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, does that answer how the scale tip does?
And it's a bitter, you know, them Shimani song, it's a bittersweet situation because lockdown nearly you know, like that's
enough.
I'm talking, you know, as a person, you have that specific time mailing your house. You know, like everyone goes through that, like, you know what I mean? And it really felt like that. It really felt like it's our time. That song is about to change our lives, man. You know, and now we can't go out and perform the song. Yeah. You know, now we indoors. Now you can't, there's very limited things you can do with the song. And I guess that's the reason why we came out with a 2.0, putting Cooley on, you know, putting KO on. Shout out my homies, you know, they made the song relive again, you know. And I really feel like if we didn't do that, we would have been hopeless. You know, it would have been easy for us to give up at that time, you know. And shout out to the homies for wanting to jump on that song. That song changed our lives. And Cooley was like, yo, dog, I gave you a verse for free. I need you guys on that Buile tip. And that also added momentum to, you know, what we were lacking, you know.
The previous song,
you know. So
I just want to add to that, maybe not even to you guys, because I'm sure you know, maybe to people out there, is that sometimes when you do something and you feel like this is a moment, you treat something as a stumble upon and you forget your magic. That you can recreate this. You can redo sharp. The moment is fleeting, but you're still here. There's still blood in your veins, so you can still do it again.
The maker's still there.
The maker is still there.
I like that.
And but you know, when you from where we from, the pressure is so high because not a lot can make it out of here like this. You know, like it was kind of like, this is our chance to actually put Bloem and Free State on the map. Like we haven't seen no one do it.
And keep it on the map.
You know what I mean? Like we didn't want to lose that moment. It was a bit bitter because it felt like we're losing the moment that we've been working hard for and we've been wanting for so long. You feel me?
Also, assumption of responsibility.
You know what I mean?
Assumption of that you have to keep. Free State is a thing on its own. It'll stay on the map somehow. You guys will come in and
it's on the map.
It's on a real map.
So the assumption of that responsibility, now you're putting pressure on yourself.
You know, I guess that's wanting to be the best. You know, like not even Hosholaba Tuba, Free State or anything. Like we've been saying we're the best and we're looking for that moment that to show that we are the best, you know. And it felt like that's coming. Yeah,
I like that.
Shout out Big Homie for that. But we created after that. You know, we released the fire. Fred can tell you that album is fire. Kitso, I know you love that. I know you love that too, Big M.
I'm still mad at y'all though because I wanted more videos.
Yo, how many more videos?
I love watching y'all.
Make a movie.
I'm not gonna lie. Make like a short film or something.
Oh man.
Like I don't know why, dog.
And that's something that I kind of commend them on, that they actually did. You know, they did well with the visuals, and the visuals are so good.
That's what I'm saying. I like watching y'all. Like it's like, bruh, like
you gotta Beyonce.
I feel like they also slept on though those videos and things.
The videos are slept on, and you know what? It is what it is, because you know how we feel with the slept-on term. You know, I just want to highlight that everything about Stino le Thwenny is so
quality.
Yeah, it's so quality, dog. Like, you know what I mean? And it's people that you can see that you take this seriously.
Yeah.
How you arrived, how you have somebody that's also very professional. Like, shout out to Tony, but the way Tony handles business is such a beautiful thing to see. You know what I mean? How you guys present yourselves from an image perspective, really dope. You guys perform well.
Always lined
you know what
up.
I mean?
Always
like,
lined up.
proper.
Today, but it's okay. I still look presentable.
You know what I mean? Like, and more so the music, bro. Like, it sounds so good, bro. Like,
Thank you, King.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, people can question, maybe like they'll say maybe they don't like the content, they don't like what. They can say that, but you cannot judge the product in itself and how it's made and presented and crafted. Like, it's a well-crafted project. You know what I mean? So I really think it's super amazing. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Shout out to Acid on the beat too.
Thank you for that.
No, for real.
Pat on the back, sninging fella, not all the time. Sninging fella just reminds you that you still.
Now you're on the right path. You're on the right path.
Yeah, I appreciate that, my dogs. I appreciate that.
So now when you're talking, I mean, like you get on Sera Buil as well. And now this relationship with Kuli, you can see it like it really is a strong bond because now we also see him take you guys on shows as well, you know? And then now, was there a situation where you guys were officially aligned to him from like even like putting out music, or what was the situation there?
Aligned to him how? Like what was
he signed?
Like
Nah.
Beyond just affiliation.
Nah, it's a very strong affiliation. You know, we're not signed, no paperwork, no nothing. Like Kuli ke khotman la rona ke, like is our brother.
Yeah.
You know, like, and he's just guiding us in to just show us, okay, bafethu so. I love this, I love that, you know, and I appreciate what you homies did, you know, like it's that, you know, because we are big fans of Kuli, you know what I'm saying, like so already having your idol telling you that, yo, you guys are it, is you understand that you got to keep that affiliation so that you have a point of you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Papito, what you think about this? What you think about that?
I know he's big. Shout out to
Papito, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just what you think about this? What you think about that? You know, you have a point because it's Kuli Chana.
Kuli Chana, bro.
You understand what I'm saying? He's Louis Vuitton. It's a name thing. That's what we learned. You know, you can't not think Kuli Chana and not think cool. You just cannot do that. True. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that. So it's a strong affiliation, man. Just learning. The main thing is like we gotta learn how to maneuver. You know, so yeah. That's the alignment visual.
That's beautiful, man. It's also beautiful that, I mean, you lined up with somebody in the Sotho trifecta, like in the 3 Sotho languages. But I want to bring back to your song titles. With most, I mean, I don't want to say most, but some of them being Zulu. What's the strategy there? And the hooks as well.
Yeah. You know? I want to tell you something that I used to believe. Wabon. Now it's a matter of what works. Wabon. So I'm going to tell you, Sapil, I genuinely didn't believe that hooks are so I could do them well enough, like a Toady Mac hook, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine having to remember that. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But anything Zulu, you get it instantly. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, I was thinking that, you know, and then now, because I also grew up Kosowe too, I do have friends, Babuan Zulu. I used to listen to a lot of Kwaito, Bomandoza, Bomane, Babua Zulu. And I just thought to myself, like, I remember everything.
Yeah.
You know, and most of the Sotho hooks, Nedi Singata, that you would really call out and say, this hook is better than that hook. You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on, give Tebe his flowers, man.
It's not even.
Give Tebe his flowers, man.
He's Unawakum.
Bulabud.
Unawakum.
I mean,
shout out Dr. Macheo as well. You know?
You understand? Like,
I mean, you can't shy away from the fact that there are songs that just need a specific thing. You feel me? Like, you can't shy because Kimosotho, you know, why not make a song in Zulu? Like, I was listening to I'm big on gospel. So is Tony. I was listening to Amadoda Nasiwese.
Oh, my mom's used to mess with
that album. That album had Sotho songs. It had Xhosa songs. It has Zulu hymns.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. It's you can't shy away from what the song needs. You know, and if you can do it, why not?
Yeah.
You know?
And hape mazulu babangata.
What do you think?
Babangata. And they love.
Well, let's put it this way. Ukozi has the biggest listenership on the continent. Ukozi.
Yeah, it's in, you know, that's in
and those ish why keep buankari hampe.
I'm just stating facts, though.
Yeah, like
I know easy. How about Mazu?
Dog, like
not like that.
No, Sabanjwan. But let me tell you. Zulu people support. Zulu people love live music. Zulu people love it being together. I mean, you can see how Java is filling out places. Big Zulu Machita is filling out places. There's this Paris Loa homie with this Maskandi song. It's doing damage. If people can support music like that, only that. Kaufela, 5 million people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog.
But you know what that thing does, ne? It then makes it hard for somebody, Waling Bloem, who's good in Sotho and as good as music is good. It makes it hard for him to break into the mainstream because people are not trained to the the Sotho thing.
Okay. Yes. But so
I just feel like maybe I'm like that. I love everybody, but I'm a Kimopedi. I'm big on saying, yo, for my people, I'll push so that the next one who comes from my hood, it's not hard. So they have to dabble in Zulu or in Shangaan or whatever. Not to say that you should not speak those languages, but I'm just saying like, make your things palatable.
Yes, sir.
Train people. As much as we're trained to learn Zulu, to love Zulu and whatever, everything can be trained.
Yes. I fully agree with that. I fully agree with that. And time. You know, it in 12 needs time. That's why I'm telling you, there were homies like that. Like, there's Jacob, bro. That homie's music is fantastic. You understand what I'm saying? There's Makazi. You know what I'm saying? There's King Munada. You know, there's Shebe now.
Going crazy. Shebe shit, twaka wana shit.
One Talohan. Like,
This is Tupac.
There's just a particular thing, dog, that wherever you are with those people that are mentioned, the population Yabatubao is a lot. But Mutwa Bethlehem, you won't have the same impact. You know, Mutwa Twatwa, you won't, it's a small town. Mutwa Bloem, it's a small town. So you are trying to reach everybody. You understand? So how Shebani Le, you're 7,000 people that you can get in town. Nobody from Joburg, nobody from Durban. You understand what I'm saying? It's just how you train yourself as an artist to say, I'm writing this music because next week it will be Jimmy. You know, next week it will be London, where these people don't speak but they're loving this. You understand what I'm saying?
Tell that to Bad Bunny then.
One understand. That's what I'm saying. You know,
and it's not even
if it's undeniable, it's undeniable.
Yeah.
Look at Despacito. You know?
Yeah.
But also I hear you at the same time, but all I'm saying is like, where you can.
No, Raza.
I mean, we love Zulu songs, bro. In Bloem. Like, as much as Batu Banana, we are Sotho plays, but we love Zulu songs. And that's why we want to get, the approval, or we want to go to Durban now and fill up like big. No, it's loving. It's the love of the music. You know, it's the love of the music. It's if you're a musician and you can, just like I said, if you can actually make something that you love. Like I really, us musicians, Stino le Thwenny, we make music that, you know, we love, like sounds that we used to love. We want to recreate that, you know. And some are Sotho, some are
Zulu.
You know, we don't speak the language, but it reminds. I see those ladies dancing kadikal futu or dancing more. Like I see the video like that in my head. Like I want to recreate a moment. I've loved this since I was a child. You you know. So now I have the opportunity to recreate it, and why not, you know?
So I think this also comes from a bigger conversation we had where like a record exec was telling us in South Africa, if your music doesn't have Nguni language, it's not going to move as far.
Even with actors.
But also for how long?
Even with actors, they say if you don't know,
it's a big conversation. I mean, hey man, like I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a thing that's there, you know. But the Nguni tribe is huge.
It's big. It's a numbers thing.
Yeah, even from a content perspective, you know. But I also hear what Mokgeto's saying. But in the same breath, I also think that you guys are doing what Mokgeto is saying. Because if you think about the song that propelled you, Kimshima, you know what I mean?
It's a Sotho chorus.
You know what I mean? It's a Sotho chorus.
But the other thing, not to cut you off, you guys have like that whole... you know when you're at church back in the day where the preacher speaks and then Omunam Tatoloka. You guys do that. You know, which I like. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I do think what Mokgeto is saying is very important in terms of that representation it's very important. You know, that it's highly important that we need to hear ourselves, we need to see ourselves as well, you know. But I do think that we are well represented, you know, with the music that you guys do. You know, I think that there is a healthy mix, and it's just dope, and it's a testament to say, Mokgeto might be onto something.
But Mokheto's also right. You mustn't assume the responsibility of a whole group.
That's also true.
I gotta learn that, bro.
I like that.
I think a lot of us have to learn that.
That's what a Superman is, dog.
But you know,
our president.
And I understand that, but in the same breath, it still also kind of ties into representation, you know, because like I was speaking to Tili, shout out to Tili, you know what I mean?
Tili.
And you know, Tili was saying, yo, man, these guys are amazing, man. And he even said it's like it's very important for sorry to say, but he said it's very important for Bloem to have these guys, you know, because he said like what you were saying, he was like, dog, we don't have much in Bloem from a mainstream music perspective. So we really have to support these guys, you know what I mean? So he even said that. So that also goes to show how important that representation is.
Shout out.
Even though we're not saying that you must wear it on your back or anything. That's
not what I'm saying.
You know, Mare, you know, you guys are doing that quite well.
Shout out for that, big
I just wanted to go into, I mean, it's a territory a lot of us don't like talking about, but it's very necessary as well. You know what I mean? Like when we go into what the business element is, you know, is that for artists that are on the come up. And I know that you guys, you guys have had the privilege of sort of seeing both sides, you know, seeing what the independent side is and also seeing what the major side is like, you know. What are the learnings that you can like impart in terms of that, you know, especially from a fresh act, you know, maybe an act that quote unquote could not be sort of held as a high tier, high priority in like a major, but they still has to give you a push. You know, what were the learnings from being in a major institution or establishment?
You know, in a major, the good thing is that budget ning ning idula elite. You know,
ning.
Yeah, ning ning. And I'll tell you why ning ning. Like yeah, you know. You know, like the ning-ning part comes with if they mess with what you just gave them or what you just sold, you know. Sometimes if they don't mess with it, then you try something else.
Yeah, if they don't see the vision.
If they don't see the vision, then they're not going to be in it. So now you can imagine being from Bloem, coming with this whole idea of, yo, this is the sound. This is how we want to go. This is how we want to do it. Then they're like, yo, we in Joburg. There's this sound and we are definitely sure it works. But I don't make this music, my brother. I make this music, my brother. Yes, I know. But make this one first and then you'll go to this one. But now I'm gonna lose this thing that I've been building. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. That's the difference. And also time. Because Stino will tell you, like, what time me? Like, there's just a particular period where things go crazy. There's a December in the year where this is the time. You drop this, you hot forever. You know, and if you miss that time, then you don't have that time again. You were going to be in a time where you're going to get swallowed because now piano is again and there's just too many things happening. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference with the major thing that we saw. Like, you have to literally sometimes wait your turn. Like, wait for them to say, no, Stino, Fred, then because, you know, then, but at least there's budget. Like, if you just have a great idea, like the push is there, like your name is out there, you are out there, the people will know what's going on with you. So even when you leave, that's still there. It just depends on what you do after that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the good part of it, and that was the bad part of it. The independent side, if you don't have the money, hey, it's tough now because you have to execute your ideas and you can't downgrade from the ideas that you took out previously. You know, when you were with the major. You know, now you are independent. Now your music videos, they are shisha. Now your clothes are not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. And that's the most important part of being independent. And being independent means you are early. You are not on time for your things. You got to be early for your things. You know, like if you're planning on taking out an album, your album must be ready early. So that when it's time to drop it, you know, I can take this out and it's ready. You understand what I'm saying? You have a plan. You plan your plan before you plan. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but you have to be extra ready because there's no time for mistakes when you're independent. Because a mistake is a setback. It's
costly too.
You'll console yourself with, hey, man, at least it's me. You know, I'm not working for anybody. You're working for yourself, though. You got to have that talk with yourself. Like, bro, you messing me up.
Good point, man. A lot of people forget that they work for themselves. That's a really good point because, like, at least I own my own shit, whatever. But you're not the best employee for yourself.
Yeah, you can't do that to yourself. You know, that's the difference.
It's your own career, dog. You have to take it serious, you know. It really, you have to take it serious. And unfortunately, you know, you're the only one that actually sees it the way you see it, you know. A major might not see your vision, might not, you know, understand what type of time you're on, you know. And you've also been in this, like you've studied the game and you know what's the missing puzzle in the game, you know, and you want to be that for yourself, you know. And now you're at the majors and they telling you to make songs like such and such because it's working for them, you know. That could actually break your spirit, you know, because you know what I mean. And just like Thwenny just said, when you work for yourself, it has that personal importance, you know, type thing going on. It's your career, and you know, Nomaganjani, it has to work. You know, it really that's the motto. That's our motto. The Do It Boys.
The Do It Boys. It has to work.
The Do It Boys.
I love that.
Out of town boys with the Do It Boys.
The Do It Boys.
You feel me? It has to work. Do it by any means necessary, you know. And that's what we learned. Like, okay, are we still gonna be in love with the music if we go the major way? The major, you know, major way. Are we still gonna do the music that we love? Are we still gonna, you know, tell the world about where we're from and how we want to do it, you know? Or are we just
gonna sell you?
Am I gonna sound like somebody? Am I gonna sound like somebody else? Am I, because it's working for them? You know, am I making money like that? It's kind of like a 9-to-5 that you hate. You feel me? And we couldn't go that route because it has this what we're doing. It has to work. We had to find an alternative way to do it, and here we are, sobering podcast on a Sunday, third floor and not play. Yeah, man.
So, man, and then now, in terms of the structure that you guys have built for your independence, what is that looking like? You know, how you distribute your music? How do you, you know, navigate through all of that? Because I would assume, like, from a major perspective, a lot of things were taken care of. Now, how do you, you know, create your pillars and create your key team members so that everything still runs smoothly?
Yeah,
just before you go, I think maybe give people who don't know the background of where they are now. Are they signed or are they?
Because now you guys are independent.
Yeah,
now,
we
right?
indie now,
and you guys are from a major label situation. You guys were signed to Universal before, and now you guys are rolling independent now.
Yes.
So what I was asking is like now from an independent perspective, how are you guys moving and navigating so that everything is smooth and everything is taken care of? Whereas, you know, from a major perspective, those things could have been taken care of in the building.
Yeah. Tony T's got a lot of things handled, and we were slicker on the solo. Is it solo distribution?
Yeah.
Solo distro. Sol. Yeah.
So it's like Slicker on
Slick on live
SOL.
thing. Yeah. That's where we drop in our music, and they're doing a great job. I mean, we dropped the album with them there, and the nice thing, you drop at any time. Nobody's, you know what I'm saying? And the reception is fantastic. So the other thing is us on the business side, Tony on the business side, making sure that we are able to budget our money so that we can shoot the dope videos and all of that, you know. That's basically how we're moving now. We're literally moving like that, and we're still trying to now get into the marketing agencies and all of that, just so we can do other things. Go shapele advert ya Sobering, go shapele advert ya KFC, shapele advert ya Momentum or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, just do stuff like that. But we trading nicely in those places. But first, we're just trying to put our brand at a spot where all of those things that I just mentioned are possible, so that you don't just think Stino le Thwenny as being one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like we are like sharper and something at tomato sauce. You know what I'm saying? Or ning, I'm acting on something, you know, or whatever the case might be. In clothing, we in what, but we're working on getting the brand stronger. You know, so yeah, that's how we moving right now.
That's good.
Damn, that's fire, man. I thought that the album came out on Universal. I didn't know that you guys put it out independent.
That's why there's no Shimani on the album.
And there's no Tsele on the album.
Those were Universal songs.
So I didn't hear that. There's no what?
There's no Shimani, the song.
Oh.
There's no Shimani.
And there's no Tsele.
Which we released with Universal. There's no Tsele featuring Questa that we released with Universal. You know, we just tried to start on a new page independently and, you know, give people new music, you know. We didn't want it to be some type of twist knacks, you know, you know, some
clean break.
Clean break.
That's why You Want Some More had so many songs. You know, like, I can't remember when I said this, but almost all the songs there are from different albums. Like, that's why You Want Some More is not a story. You know, it's literally songs. You want some more of this sound or this sound or this sound?
That's a question.
Yeah, you know, it's not one thing. Like if we drop an album, Ebitswang, bigger than you think, then you know there's a concept. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that. It was literally just a bunch of songs that we had made, like probably 46, 36 songs, you know, and the major. You know?
Yeah.
So
you gotta wait block up.
No man, no. One tall. It's just you work so hard as an artist, man, to satisfy people.
Yeah.
You know, and somebody loves you so much and your potential so much, they feel like music on I'm telling you, you know, but it's me, my brother. You know, get a gospel today, what like get R&B, like that's not what I do. My mom says that's the devil's music. You know what I'm saying?
Secular.
But you get me. So there's songs like that where you just literally try please everybody. You understand? That's why you end up having 46, 36 songs of different stuff. There can be 12 songs sa piano, 12 songs sa ing. 12, you understand what I'm saying? So that's what you get. You put that down at a major, like, all right, key,
yeah.
Lerin. You understand what I'm saying? So it's difficult.
Must be painful because you could put all of that in front of them and they go, nah.
And Tanako Shape 12 film.
Yeah.
They're so crazy. I was watching a Little Brother documentary and Fonte was talking the same thing.
Like it's disheartening. It's
crazy. Like how I've been releasing this type of sound. Like it's not like I'm starting with music now.
Yeah, this is what got me in
I've
the room.
seen people approve this. So
this is why I'm here with you.
You know what I mean? Why wouldn't it work today? Why is that? Like, have you seen us perform? Go Free State, to go Tiliko.
We back home.
We back home. They go. It's pandemonium there.
Yeah.
Stadium is so. It's a moment, bro, and we've seen this countless of times. You know, so it really breaks your spirit like that. And Kitso into the you're like, you know what, I can do this by myself, man. You know, like the label, like, we listen. You're not even from Bloem either way, you know, and it's something that you have to make work. It has to work, bro.
Do it, boys.
I'm glad you guys have that outlook of like it has to work, because some people like give up, bro.
You know, because now I commend the album even more, because now it's like, police, don't go show you. But can I give like this studio now, because it really, dog, it sounds really good, man. So I applaud the album even more from that perspective. Do you want some more? I want some more of Dike Lady. By the way,
you see what I'm saying?
Just by the way,
you said last time, you said it's shouty music. That's what you come on. I was watching, it was shouty music.
And shouty, and sharper Dike Lady. Interlude, at least it said interlude, but it's the length of a song, so I'm still happy. So I still get the satisfaction of a course.
I just want to add, I'm sorry, just to say, like, to people that are listening, obviously, that are going to be watching, it's not a bad thing to be in a major. Like, sometimes that's what your career needs, my boy. You know, don't try do something that you haven't done. Unless you have the do it boy mentality and you want to actually try it out, because they did put us at a particular pedestal, you know what I'm saying? They did their thing for us, you know, and now we can carry on from there. You know, we didn't know. Had we known what we know, I still would have done it, because we out here now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not faulting them on that. That's just a really good thing on that. I'm grateful that I got to experience.
And shout out Universal, man. They really, like, no matter how they they really did, you know, elevate our lives.
Nice.
There was some good in it.
I'm telling you, bro. And shout out.
That's beautiful, man.
While we're still there, here with Universal, before we part, if we do, from this point, is how does it feel? Because I know there's a certain thing that happened with Jay-Z. I forgot where he was living and was negotiating for his masters. It's like, take everything. I'll come back. Give me Reasonable Doubt. That was Def Jam. When I was leaving Def Jam. So, like, when Bashimane, the song that we'll say kind of made you, like, established you to be who you are, where you have to part from a situation and leave it behind. How does that make you feel? How does it feel?
Me, the hero, will tell you. For me, I'm talking about me. I take it. I'll take it. Can I live 46 of them? One tall. It's all over. You can even take the album. Like, you can take the album that Mshimani and Taylor was on. Keep the album. Like, I'm okay, bro. Listen, I've got gang music. Gang. It's a lot. You know, if I want to buy it back, I'll buy it back. You know, and luckily, it's not like one of those songs that went 7 times platinum. Then HP, like I say, you understand what I'm saying? It did its thing and it did it well.
It's going platinum after this.
It's getting streamed.
You know, like, get it up. There's more. I just feel like you can't restrict it. For me, it's probably just my outlook. You know, like, there's just a lot of music, bro. Like, I keep that. I'm actually made it for that. It's happened before. We like, take it, bro. We've lost music. More studio.
You had
the computer. You know, hard drive crash.
They stole our studio. It had hits, bro. Like, but a couple of years ago, we bounced back. You know, so like, I'm not gonna shy away from the fact that it hurts you. You're like, come on, man. You know. but just like Thwenny's saying, it drives you to make better. You know, it drives you like that bit of anger is actually good anger because now you want to prove to everybody and yourself that, nah, listen, man, you think that's the best song I have? You know what I mean? I could do way better than that, you know? Yeah. But luckily people know us with that song, so we can't just stop performing that song. You feel me? It's part of the catalog. We can give that to us, you know, it's part of the catalog, and it's the Stino le Thwenny catalog is going stronger by the day. And that's it. It's music. We love a song today. Tomorrow we love another one. It's just like that. Keep it moving. Yeah. Just keep it moving.
Do it, boys.
Do it by any means necessary. It has to work. It has to work.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. No, man. Stino, I mean, like, you guys, like I said, man, just more good energy to you guys, yo, man. Let's keep streaming. Run up the numbers, yo. You want some more Stino le Thwenny?
Run them up, guys.
Run up the numbers. Shit is going fire. Watch the videos, stream the videos. They're all going crazy, man. And shout out to what you guys are doing. The duos are needed. The rap duos are needed.
Actually, I'm sorry, my dog. You guys are not the first people to tell us that you guys missed the hip-hop era, like the group eras. That's the thing, huh? Because we loved Moremi, we loved, you know.
Yeah, dog.
You know,
But Fitch, South African music. Do you know, sometimes I feel like we sometimes shy away from ourselves, like Rona.
Talk about it.
You know, like, my dog, I know Drake is dope. I know Kanye is dope. I know Lil Wayne is dope. I know Future, Young Thug, Ghana, and all of those guys is dope. You feeling me? Yeah. Those guys, they've been in the game now. 5 years later, they out, they what, and it's music, you know. But there is no way that we are at a time where there's nobody bridging the gap between old people and young people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Mdu, dog. Mdu, you could listen to Mdu, only a kid. Even your dad could listen to that. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Your brother could listen to that. Or your dad would tell you, no, mfanaka, unkila utla humasike. Or unkila wa utla bo kaifa sibomang. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's this thing that I feel like, I don't know if I feel that way. It might not even be a fact. Like, we shy away from stuff like that. That's why Batubamba Zulu, Maskandi Boeing works, because it's been there for years, bro. For years. Like, there's a 16-year-old singing Maskandi right now, like my dog. You understand what I'm saying?
What do you know about this music?
We have to be adamant about our shit, and it slightly goes back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
As much as it's our shit, there's people who also feel like when maybe I don't want to say when they listen to you, but that representation, they also feel like maybe you could be shying away from our own sound.
Yeah, we can do that.
It starts in small steps like that. Like, you have to, for yourself, for your people, for the greater nation at large.
Yes.
And then for the continent.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
So, but then the way this thing is set up now, we hear a sound that's booming on TikTok or wherever. It's an international sound. We feel like we have to replicate. We have to replicate that sound. Sharp. And that's why for a lot of artists it's hard, because you cannot export what people imported to you.
Yeah.
You know? So now you're doing, okay, sharp, America didn't say so. I want to go overseas.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? You're going to give them what they threw out. Not what they threw out, but what they gave out.
Yeah, dog.
You know? So it also comes back to that. That's why in Afrobeats it's thriving, because they say, okay, cool, this is our sound and this is what we're going to take to the world. Yes. We are not going to try to amend ourselves to fit into the world, because what's fitting in?
What is that?
Dog.
You know, when you're not sticking out.
That's it. Know? And that is Stino le Thwenny. You know, Stino le Thwenny is amapiano, dog. You know, it really might sound like we're blowing our horn or whatnot, but there's a lot of great music. There's from other artists, my dog. You know, there's Mandlera Doughboy, that album Hot. You know what I'm saying? There's 25K, that album. There's us, guys. It's a real thing. You know, you could say Castino ki pro kid. You could say that. You understand what I'm saying? There's KO, Machita. You get me? There's homies that are really doing that South African music, that are doing it for real, dog. Talking like Aotearoa Nemo Kwane. You understand? Like, we trying to relate to you. You know, I want somebody in America to listen to us and be on some, yo.
What that mean?
You understand? I want to feel like this. You understand? Like, I want you to feel like that.
Prime example is AKA.
You get me?
Yeah.
Patriot.
Yeah, Patriot.
What a South African,
cultivated a South African son. He understood that, okay, sharp, I'm going to do hip-hop, but there's no way I'm going to go toe-to-toe sonically with Young Thug because it's just going to go
because
over my
there's
shit.
1,000 Young Thugs already.
You know, there's 1,000. Like, there's a Young Thug from Abu Dhabi,
You know?
from Kaikai, from Kaikai. Look, now you want to plug him like, let's make a Young Thug.
Nah, dog.
It's very important to actually study the game and knowing what's the missing puzzle.
Yeah.
Like I always say, Stino le Thwenny is that missing puzzle to the game. That missing puzzle has never been there. You feel me? We haven't heard a sound like that. We haven't seen guys like that. You know what I mean? That is very important as you enter the game, you know. You know what I mean? That's really,
and we shouldn't be scared of that.
We shouldn't. Plus, our advantage is
yeah.
You know, so
let them niggas ask. Mind you, Tinelo. And then you'll understand. Also, we're ignoring that, the feeling.
You know, understand what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
You can't ignore the feeling.
That's crazy.
But this chat must stretch to the producers as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep. And I like that you said that as well. And shout out to, I know Marco did a lot of work on that album. And shout out to Marco, man, and all the other producers that you worked on, you know?
Shout
man,
out.
because the beats, the production, they knock, man, they knock. And it's so funny that you were saying, well, yes, it's not a coherent like story throughout, right?
Yeah. Cohesive.
Yeah, but
coherent.
Oh yeah, cohesive,
yes.
But the sound. The sound is wild, wild, cohesive. The golden thread for me is the feeling, right? The feeling and the sonics. Sonically, like everything you can hear. Okay, cool. This was made for this body of work.
Yeah, it sounds like it doesn't sound like a compilation.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a compilation. It really does feel like
everything
it's well
feels
put together.
Yeah, it feels together.
I love that.
Whoever mastered it did their job.
I love that. I
It's
love
not the
that.
same
Shout
about
out.
feels
Shout out.
together.
Acid.
On
Yeah,
the
man.
beat. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Whose tag is like is that the
producers
on the beat hole?
Acid on the beat hole.
Tell him to change it, man.
Yeah, man. We had that talk.
There's a clean version, obviously, of the jams. You know, it's acid on the beat. It just says acid on the beat. That's when it stops. It doesn't go to home. Yeah, clean. It's clean.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
That's on the beat, hole.
Back in.
You know, but that's that American thing.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going to.
Not
the 70s.
You understand?
Oh, my
Instead
word.
of Hawaii things, fam.
No. We're not running
But just a long story short, I know we have to wrap up, but it's
already. Damn.
yeah, I mean,
What a great time. What a great time.
Rabat.
Indawo precinct. Shout out to
Shout out to
Indawo.
Indawo precinct.
Yeah.
In Midrand, I can call this Midrand, eh?
Yes. Mid-rand with furniture.
Yeah, Midrand.
No camp chairs, papa.
In country, I am mid-rent in fact. What is this? What is this?
What is this?
But yeah, this feels like the beginning, and it feels like, I know it's 10 years deep. But, you know, if it's 10 years deep and it feels like the beginning, it means the journey must be like 50 years long.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah,
You must be taking that home.
So,
Taking that home.
I'm quite happy now, personally, you know, and I'm sure the guys share the sentiment to sort of have gotten your story from yourselves up to
Right
this
now,
point. Up to this
So
point.
we can continue with the...
We can continue, and we look forward to it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you must have gotten at that. I mean, with the Sutu trifecta or whatever. There's a special routing personally from me for you guys to,
Thank you.
And so I'm looking forward to the future, and
There's gonna be more.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's gonna be more.
Keep that energy.
Keep it going.
You know what I mean?
Keep
your
doing
energy,
it.
your
Do it,
guys,
boys.
the Do It Boys. Your
The Do It
energy is
Boys, dog.
amazing.
Thank you,
I
man.
will say we want to see more content.
Of course.
man.
Because you guys are such big person, such great personalities,
Such great energy.
and also like your knowledge of also like South African music. Like I want to see like your take like on the gospel scene and whatnot and what you know what I mean. Like just break it down so that bring us into the Do It Boys world. You know what I mean? Holistically, let us not just know the music, the verses, and the vibes. You know what I mean?
We should definitely.
I think someone who did that
We want to
well.
know this. You know how I feel?
It's what guys.
Someone who did that very well was JR.
Yeah.
Did
king,
that very
And
well.
level Sigamang.
Exactly. You did that very well.
Yeah.
And I feel like you guys can do that as
Bring
well.
us into your world.
Bring us
man.
bring South Africa into like a yo.
Yeah,
You're
man.
South
Yeah,
African.
guys,
This is where you are.
we literally the coolest country in the whole wide world right
I mean,
now.
you guys agree with this guy because like he's
definitely.
that patriotic
the best
as well.
country ever. I don't care who says what when.
I
don't care who says what when. Niggas will come here and talk shit from the inside, but they hear.
Yeah, dog,
Know
I'm
what
telling
I'm
you.
saying?
The Wakanda.
Yeah.
Like that.
This is Wakanda
I'm
definitely.
telling you, dog. Everybody's
Sharp, on a load shedding, man. Nah.
But it's just shit said, no man.
And the rain about to come through. Those things. We need it.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Shout out for having us.
Nah,
Thank you
man,
so
shout out
much
to
for
you
having
guys.
us,
Stino
man.
le Thwenny, come on.
Yes, sir.
We want some more.
Of course,
You
of
want
course.
some more?
Ayo, make sure that you follow. I gotta use that voice now. Make sure that you follow us everywhere. We go by the name of Stino le Thwenny. It'll probably be written there when you go in on YouTube and stuff like that.
We'll write it, my guy.
And you
It's in
listening
the
to this,
description,
kabudi
right? Yeah.
odi yo kabudi in. I'm gonna spell the name for you. It's STNO.
I'll skip it. Yeah, wait, see. We're not.
Let's go. Back again, Sobering Podcast. It is your boys Stino le Thwenny. We are in the building. If you don't know how to spell the name, if you're looking for the boys, I'm gonna spell it for you real quick. It's STINOLETHWENNY.
It's your boys.
Do it, boys.
Shout out to my moms.
Doing it.
Hey, shout out my sister. Shout out Digger. He said I should shout out everybody. Melly
Digger,
Mel,
I see
I
you.
see you.
Yeah,
Melly
yeah.
Mel, I see you. My dog Stevie Black.
It's
I
done.
see you.
Podcast,
It's
baby.
done. It's done. They did it.
Shout out to
The
my
Do It
moms.
Boys.
Thank you again.
Do
Shout
it.
out my homies. Hey, yo.